happiness, infinite abundance, like it was meant to be. Welcome, guys, to my channel. Welcome to Hybrid Lifestyle Fitness. Mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional fitness. Alright, so when I talk about fitness, it's not just physical fitness. It's all around fitness, you know. Your chakras gotta be aligned. Your mental's gotta be right. Your emotions gotta be strong and controlled, you know. And your physical obviously follows. So today we're jam-packed, guys. We got a lot to talk about today, man. The first thing I want to talk about is something that's been very, very important, and it's been on my mind lately. But it's about the new age and how this generation of people are so captivated by the body, you know. We're so focused on the physical that we forget there's 3 more aspects. And that's according to me, that's according to hybrid, that's according to my principles. But there may be so many more, and we're just focused on one. How could we be focused on one? How could we be content? You know, we can't. We fake it. We fake it on social media. We fake it everywhere we go. We put on a smile, you know. And then you turn around. You ever seen that happen before? Where you talking to somebody, and then they smile at you real quick, and then 2 seconds later you still peep them, but they turn around, they not even smiling no more, straight face. How do people do that? How do you fake your emotions like that? Like I'm the type of person, I've never been able to fake my emotions, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I could act. I'm a good actor, you know. But when it's something genuine and I'm living real life, I cannot fake my emotions, man. Like, if I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm gonna show you that I'm happy. If I'm mad, I'm gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be mad, but it's gonna be controlled. It's not gonna be no craziness going on. It's gonna be controlled. But with that being said, what I was trying to get at is everyone's just so caught up in the physical, man. And I'm just like, wow. And I feel like we're being controlled by a bigger agenda that we don't even see, and we just wake up and we pick up these cell phones and they just tell us what to do, man. Subconsciously, like you think you telling yourself what to do. Like we think we're telling ourselves what to do. We think we're running our lives, but I feel like, man, behind the scenes, there's really some subconscious stuff going on. Cause if you were the higher power, right, and you knew psychology, you knew all the stuff about human biology, right? And there were masses of people that you can't get all on one accord. Wouldn't you try to control them without them even knowing? Because if you tell them that you're controlling them, obviously they're not gonna let you control them. So that's definitely what's happening, man. I have no doubt. So now it's happening. Ain't no stopping it. It's just rising above it. We just gotta rise above it. Fight it, man. Fight the power. And it's not really like fight the power for real. It's a power that's inside you, that's taking over you, that you gotta fight. You don't gotta fight nobody physically, man. This is an emotional, spiritual war. You understand? So that's what we gotta do, man. But with that being said, though, I feel like women nowadays are very, very, well, it's not women nowadays. Forgive me. Allow me to speak on women. I know you guys are very sensitive. And these days, everyone, you have to watch what you say and whatever. But just take what I'm saying to mind. Don't take it to heart. Okay? So, women are shaking their butts everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. It's a pandemic of butt shaking. Okay? Twerking, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, I realized, though, I'm like, nah, it's not even about that. It's now women are feeling more free, and they're able to do that without being looked at by other women. Because women don't really care what we say. Women don't care what men have to say at all. Like, let me break that to you right now. Women don't care what you gotta say. It's them. Like, they got everything. Like, the ball's in their court all the time. Like, you never get the ball. They score, they get it right back. Like, that's it. Like, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have our advantages and disadvantages. Like women have their disadvantages and men have their disadvantages, and we all have our individual advantages as well. So with that being said, man, women are just feeling more free and more open about, you know, their sexuality and what they do and things of that nature. And that's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's fine, but it's gotta be controlled though. By you, not by men, by you, by y'all, the women. Y'all gotta control it, like, individually. Like, you gotta tell yourself, okay, I'm waking up today. Is what I'm doing aligning with my spirit, my emotions, the way I wanna be physically, and just everything together, you know? Is it, am I representing who I want to represent for real? Once you answer that question and it's yes, go ahead, by all means, do what you want to do. You feel me? And by all means, do what you want to do regardless. Regardless, you hear people on YouTube talking, you hear me talking right now, regardless. If this moves you, it moves you to change your life. But just take this, you know what I'm saying? Don't let it go one ear and out the other. The thing is, women have a biological clock that's running out. I ain't forget about that, right? So obviously women are gonna be the ones that are more sexually in tune and sexually inclined, because they got a biological clock that's literally running out, yo. Like, I don't know what it is, like 30 or 40% of women get older and they don't have no kids, and they saying that it wasn't intentional, yo. I did the study, I think it was like 30 or 40%. I was in the library the other day reading some books. That's why I had picked up a couple books. My boy gave me this book right here to read, and I started reading it. It got some good gems in there. For next time, for the next YouTube video, the one after this one, we're gonna review some key points in this book right here. Outwitting the Devil. This one is a special one right here. Napoleon Hill. Shout out to Napoleon Hill. For sure. But for today, we're with my brother Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. How to Eat to Live. This book right here is the key. This book right here is the key. I'm gonna say it again. This book right here is the key. You feel me? So, yeah, we're gonna see what's up with this book, man. We're gonna get into it, and we're gonna see what we can take from it. You feel me? I had another point I wanted to cover too, where I talk about becoming a boss, right? Bossing up. Unless you have a boss that's dying, or you have a dad or a family member, or somebody who's handing you a boss position on a silver platter, on a gold platter, you can just take it and run with it, then everything I'm about to say strikes true. So becoming a boss is one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life. You gotta be a persuasive dude, you gotta be a persuasive lady to become a boss. You gotta make people, you gotta have multiple people listening to you and following your lead and believing in you and trusting you enough to know that they don't see the end goal, but you do, and they trust that. You know what that means to even have one person trust you? Like, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You understand? Even just one person trusting you is a big deal. So try to focus on the individuals. Just like if you speak into a crowd, don't speak to the crowd. Hone in on one individual. Speak 2 lines to that individual. See how they receive it. Speak to somebody else in the crowd. Say 3 lines. See how they receive it. You know what I'm saying? And just keep shifting your focus. You know? That's for critical thinking. That's for speaking, public speaking right there. So if you want to be a public speaker, that's a good tip right there. But yeah, man, if you want to be a boss, to be able to boss up, you got to be consistent to the point where the people around you see that, yo, no matter what, you're gonna get it done. Whatever you set your mind to, no matter what, you're gonna get it done. And you have to be able to have people vouch for you when you're not there. That's how you really become a boss for real. Because if, like, you ever had that feeling where somebody's telling you about somebody else and they not there, and you like, damn, that person must be important for real. Like, okay, you start listening, and then when that person come around, you're like, oh, they have another aura about them. Like, that person don't even have to say nothing yet. They just pull up, and just because somebody else was talking positively about them or negatively, this works too in both ways. Just because somebody was talking positively about them, now they come in with this aura, this energy of whatever that person said is already attached to them. So now you give them a higher value. You understand? When they pull up, you give them a higher value. You're more inclined to listen to what they got to say. You know? If somebody tells you, yo, my boss is about to come, or this person I look up to, my mentor is about to come, or my boy, or somebody I really, you know what I'm saying? We like this, we tight, I'm tight with, cool with. I really look up to this person, and when they speak the truth. So when that person come around, you gonna listen. You understand? And that's the first part about becoming a boss, is instilling trust in people. You know? Like, there's nothing better than somebody feeling like they could trust you, man. Because what else do we have that's tying us together besides trust? Like, if I tell you to do something, I get off the phone with you, what's the only thing I have to hold on to about you that'll keep me sane? It's trust. Because if I ain't had that, as soon as I got off the phone with you, I'm stressing out. I'm like, damn, this dude gonna do this? This girl gonna do this? What I told him to do? I don't know. Now I gotta go drive to the spot, see if you doing it, pull up on you, check up on you. No. Trust goes both ways. Because if I trust you, you trust me. You trust me. Because I have trust in you. Because I know you can get the job done. So I don't have to double check and go hover over you like a helicopter. You understand me? A good boss knows how to teach people, like, teach multiple people how to do something. And most bosses, if you're not a boss, if you don't understand your craft, like, all around, up and down, back of your hand, front of your hand, everything. Like, you got to be able to understand your craft so much to the point where you can freestyle with it. You understand me? Like, it becomes an art after a while. You master it so much, and you master the basics so much of going, you know what I'm saying, through the motions. Now you can freestyle and still be within the basic guidelines. You know what I mean? Like playing basketball, like you dribbling. Yeah, you dribbling. They tell you dribble one hand when you first start out. Layup line. And then as you get nice, you start freestyling with it. You start doing moves and behind the back. You know coach is mad. But now that he knows that you have mastered the game, you mastered the basics. Now he happy. Look at him in the stands. He like, ooh, that was smooth, that was hot. But when you at first started out, try doing that. Coach be mad. Something you gotta understand. You feel me? So it's all about bossing up, man. You gotta boss up, and it's not easy. I'm gonna repeat it again, yo. It's not easy. If you're looking for something easy, keep doing what you're doing, yo. If you're looking for something that's easy, go back to being a kid. You could do that. I'm saying, like, you could do that. You could run around, sleep outside, whatever you want to do, but you're gonna suffer the consequences. Like, life is gonna go without you. You feel me? So if you want to keep going with it, you want to keep going with this life, with this beautiful thing we call life, that God gave us, is our birthright to be here. And who knows, you might even chose to be here. You might told God, yo, let me go experience that. Let me go experience Earth. Even after he showed you all the negativity that's going on down here, you said, yeah, I'm going to go. Let me go experience Earth. You still decided to come here, so why you going to give up for? Why you going to give up for? Don't give up. Keep going. Boss up. And today you might have a great day. Tomorrow you might have an awful day. The next day might be an even better day than the first day. But if you had quit on the second day, you would have never got to the third day. And if you ain't even start at all, you wouldn't even see nothing at all. You wouldn't even grow. That's how you grow. Experience makes us grow. That's why when bosses get to the place that they're going, or players or whoever they are, they get to a place, they accomplish something, and they like, now what? Because the thing was the journey. It's not never the trophy. It's not never the oh, I made it. Oh yeah, now I made it. Now what? You take a picture and then what? You gotta move after the picture. The picture's gonna last like this forever. They can see you a champion forever, but you gotta carry on. And how you gonna do that if you don't know that the trophy was in the process? Once you cross that finish line, it's like, all right, now you gotta go look for another finish line to cross, because we always looking for a process. That's how we are as human beings. Excuse me while I drink my coconut water. With a little bit of pineapple in it. I love pineapple. That's my favorite fruit. So, you know, you gotta learn to boss up, man. And the first rule to bossing up is trust. And still trusting the people around you. And most importantly, man, is still trusting in yourself. You understand? Like, do the things that you're gonna do. Follow up with the words that come out your mouth for yourself. Like, if you told yourself, all right, bet, I'm gonna go home today, I'm gonna clean my room, everything clean, boom, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna write a song, whatever it may be, I'm gonna read a book, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take a shower. You feel me? I'm gonna brush my teeth, whatever it may be that you're trying to do. I'm gonna call my mom, I'm gonna call my girl, I'm gonna call whoever it may be, yo. I'm gonna call my boy today. I ain't speak to him in a minute. Whatever it is, you need to speak to your father, your mother in a minute. Call them, yo. Just call them. The worst thing you could do, I feel like the worst thing any of us could do is think we have time. Because imagine you don't. Imagine tomorrow waiting for you and you don't even know. And tonight you thinking you have time. Oh yeah, I'll call my dad tomorrow. Nah, bro. Do it right now. Do it right now. And the things you do now shift the future. So if something negative was waiting for you in the future, by you acting positive right now in the present could change that negativity in the future. Now that negativity turns into a positive. And you didn't even know. You can't see that because you're not God. You're a human being. You one soul. You soul. You understand? Soul means one. You're one soul. You're soul. You're by yourself in this body. Therefore, you can't see all and be all. We can be all and see all when we're in the realm. When you're sleeping, you see all, you are all, you be all, you're dreaming, you're everywhere. Like, this room is 3 rooms in one. Like, what? This house is like 3 houses I've been in when I was a jit. When I was a kid, for people who don't understand the lingo, jits from Florida. That's how you call the kids. Midgets, jits, small people. Yeah. But, no offense to all the midgets. The small people. I love small people. I think you guys are very cute. Alright? So, with that being said, man, yeah, you just gotta boss up, and you just gotta know that you have trust in yourself, trust in other people, and they gotta trust in you too. And you gotta be able to effectively communicate. A good leader always knows how to communicate to his people, because if your people don't understand you, they won't want to be motivated to do anything with you. And that brings me to the next point, man. I was thinking about a name for you guys now that I was gonna call y'all, and I came up with a name, yo. My lifestylers. My lifestylers. My lifestylers. How you like that? Comment if you like that, man. My lifestylers, because you know it's hybrid lifestyle fitness. Hybrid lifestyle. Everything in this is about a lifestyle. Everything I'm doing is about a lifestyle. So, our motto is get fit, stay fit, no finish line. You feel me? Because the process is the trophy. You're gonna get there. Yeah, you're gonna get to your goal. It's a goal. There's no finish line. It's a goal. Just like in soccer. When you score a goal, yeah, you celebrate. Woo, 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 woo. But then you gotta go right back to the middle. The ball starts in the middle again, fresh, and now you trying to score another goal. There's no mercy in soccer. I see soccer games like 10-0, 10-1. You Them dudes don't have no mercy. As long as you don't hear that whistle, I'm trying to put that ball in the goal, in the back of the net. And that's with life too, bro. Every day I wake up, I'm trying to put the ball in the back of the net. I'm trying to score with everything I do, bro. Whether I'm talking to a female, whether I'm trying to get some money, whether it's business, whether I'm creating content, whether I'm making music, whether anything I'm doing, I'm trying to score. I'm trying to be the best person I could be. And I want my lifestyle is to be just like me. Not just like me, because you have your individuality, but I want you guys to have that drive, have that focus. You know? That mindset that, yo, like, if I can't do it, who can? Once you have that mindset right there, if I can't do it, who can? Then you'll be able to do anything. And the thing is, at first you won't be able to do anything because it takes practice. But if you keep that mindset, you're going to keep doing it. And it creates consistency. That mindset creates consistency. Excuse me. Once you have consistency, man, nothing can stop you, bro. Nothing can stop you. Because the power that's trying to stop you is going to get tired before you do. Once you have consistency. Do you understand that? Like, they going to get tired before you get tired, bro. So just keep going. Keep going, bro. Keep going. And there's never a finish line. There's never no finish line. Because we don't see no finish line. We too focused. We focus on the journey. The individual struggles. The daily tasks that build up that big responsibility, you know, that we have and we uphold. Those are the things that really matter. The little things that you do every day that people don't see. When you by yourself, are you the same person around everybody? That's one question you gotta answer yourself. If you trying to be a boss for real, that's one answer you gotta answer yourself, man. Like, do I do the same things when people are not looking versus when people are looking? And if not, do I speak and represent out my mouth what I do when I'm not with nobody? When I'm around people, like, do I express how I am? Do I tell the truth? Am I the person who I'm presenting myself as? Because we all want to present ourselves as our best version. You know? But in order for us to do that, you gotta think about your best version, right? So that means we are not our best version. We always a work in progress. So if you're always thinking about a nice version and you're always learning every day, that means the version in your mind is always improving on the daily. So you're never gonna be able to catch that version. But like I said, the gift is in the process of trying to get to that, striving, grinding. You understand? That's it. That's it. That's really it. That's the reward. Doing it. Living this life. Being a doer. A creator. You understand? We all have that power, man. And nowadays, everything is stopping us. Everything is like in our way to like trip us from creating. And it's so crazy. Some of us break through and we create. And it's like, wow. And then all the other people just shun it, or you know, if they don't like it, they just exit out, or whatever it may be. But in order for some people to see, to back you up, they gotta see other people backing you up, man. Because it's not that many leaders. It's a lot of followers. It's a lot of followers. It's not a lot of many leaders. So think about it, right? If people are followers, they can't think for themselves, and they don't even know what they like. They don't even know themselves. Like, it's a dangerous world out here, man. We got a whole bunch of people walking around that don't know themselves, and they're trying to interact with you. How are you gonna interact with people if you don't know who you are? How are you gonna act out the person you're supposed to be if you don't even know that person? You don't even think about that person. You don't even have a conversation with that person on a daily. You don't even talk to yourself. They told you talking to yourself was crazy. And now look at everybody. crazy like this. But we gonna get it back, man. This is the point of this. This is the point of everything I'm here for. It's the point of hybrid lifestyle fitness. Since the fall time's coming up, guys, you guys can go on my website. Actually, I'm wearing it right now. This is one of the crew necks that we got. Very soft. They got the cotton inside. You know what I mean? The soft, warm joint, keep you warm for my New York people. I'm from New York. I was born in Miami though. I was raised in New York, and I just moved back to Florida, so I'm over here now. But yeah, man, we just gotta get it done. We just gotta get it done, and we got all these things to help us. Like all the answers are in the books, yo. They don't put them nowhere else, because there's no other way to speak to people. Like I can't go to everybody. You can't. Elijah Muhammad can't go to everybody and speak to everybody. Like there's not enough time in the world. Okay, if you had a second, right, to meet everybody in the world, there's 7-8 billion people in the world. That's 8 billion seconds. That's more than 100 years. Take a second to internalize that real quick. Rewind it, see what I said. That's more than 100 years. You won't live long enough to even have a second with everybody on the planet. You understand? Come on, man. So that means the people who are around you, the people you influence every day, the people in your circle, take that seriously, because you in their lives for a reason. Like, why you, out of all the people that could be in their lives, out of 8 billion people, God grouped y'all together. So if negativity's going on, that's not what God intended at all. So change that. Look for what God intended in all the relationships that you have. Just look deep. Try to find it. And most of y'all know it's right here. You already know what it is. Why God put that person in your life, to teach you a lesson, whatever it may be, to make each other better, to elevate each other. You know? And don't be so attached to worldly things. Don't be so attached to people. I know people are beautiful, man. This planet is beautiful, gorgeous, man. My breath gets taken away. Views, people, and just hearts and minds and one accord and music and art and movies and just so many things just take my breath away, man. And like we're very addicting. We have addicting personalities as human beings. So it's good to take what it is, and once you take what it is, you take the message, you take the meaning, you look for the deeper relationship, you look for the positivity that God intended in every relationship that you have on earth. Once you do that, it'll be easier for you to let go when it's time to. Because everything comes to an end, man. Everything has a beginning and an end. That's how it works. That's how life is. It's a cycle of life. So if you try to hold on to something, I'm sorry, man. You just setting yourself up for a heartbreak. You get me? Be chill. Be laid back. Be nonchalant. Be assertive. Be focused. Be driven. You understand? So, with that being said, let's get into this book by Elijah Muhammad, the Great, Messenger of Allah, book number 1, From God in Person, Master Fard Muhammad, How to Eat to Live. So I found this concept or this idea that my brother had in here, and he's talking about vegetables, right? So here we go. I'm gonna read this for you. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna start right here. So it says, Allah has taught me how to eat in order to live. I have been teaching it to my followers, but we often become negligent and fall victim to our own negligence. As a result, we are calling the doctor or going to the hospital because we did not eat the right foods and in the proper way. We don't even ingest in the proper way. And it's not even about food. Food is what you ingest. Anything that you could ingest, anything through the senses, through your ears, you ingest. You hear things. Anything you take in is called ingestion. You breathe. You smell. You look. You see. You watch. And there's something even deeper. You feel. Not only with your physical, but you feel with your heart. You feel emotions. You feel with your spirit, with your soul. You feel. So watch what you ingest. Watch what you ingest. And ingest in the proper way too. Too much of anything is not good for you. Alright? That was a side note, not in the book. But here we go. Hereafter, I shall enforce restriction on my followers to eat as Allah bids us. As I have said to my followers on many occasions, life cannot be prolonged unless we are careful of what we eat and when we eat. The foolish idea of eating 3 or 4 times a day and all between meals is like the poisonous swine who never has any regular eating habit. Swine is pig, for you guys who don't know. Even a dog will not eat when he is full most of the time. The hog, however, the pig, however, swallows as long as he can and then regrets that he can't keep swallowing. He will crawl into his food and wait until he can swallow some more. He is so greedy he won't leave his food. Wow. You are what you eat, and that's what you want to be. You want to be super greedy. And this is why another thing too, fasting makes you very self-aware, and it gives you a lot of restrictions, and it also teaches you discipline. You know, it's like you could say no. Like when you're in this world, you're of this world so much that it's hard to say no to the things of this world, because we've been doing this since we were kids. Like we were all brought to McDonald's when we were kids. We had no say in it. First time you went to McDonald's, nobody told you, hey, you want to go to McDonald's? You want to go to a spot where they sell fake food and that the food is not good for you and it's poisonous? And no, they didn't ask us those questions. They just brought us. We're kids. Even if they asked us those questions, we'd be like, what? They just brought us, and we went over there and we just started eating, and it tastes good just because it tastes good. Not everything that tastes good, look good, is good for you. These are things we have to know and we have to learn at this time and rise above. So now, if you tell me let's go to McDonald's, I'm looking at you like you're crazy. Go where? Eat what? I'd rather what? I'd rather not eat. I'd rather starve than eat McDonald's. Are you crazy? I'd rather fast. It's better for you. You see how God works? God is such an amazing God that he said, even if you're starving and hungry and hurting in your stomach, he's still doing something good for you. Behind the scenes, your body is cleaning up. Your organs are cleaning up because you don't got no food in here. So now it goes into digestion. It goes into cleansing mode. Now you start cleansing. All the cells in your body start cleansing out. Fats, wastes, whatever it may be. Mucus. Shout out Dr. Sebi. All those things, man. They start flushing out your body. How great is our God? Right? Even if you're starving, he's still working for you. Come on, man. Let's get back to the book. Okay, so here's the vegetables portion, right? He said, virtually all vegetables are good to eat except collard greens and turnip salad. The roots of turnips do very well, but not the salad. Cabbages are good, especially the white head, but not the green leaves. You see, we've caught, like, everything is backwards. I don't get it, man. Why are they trying to take us out? It's not really they trying to take us out. It's like the information is here, so you go and get it yourself. Like, they can't tell everybody. They can't. it. And even if you do, like people like me on YouTube telling people every day, you think it's just gonna change like this? You think everybody's watching the same YouTube video? No, it's billions of us, bro. It's millions of us out here. I swear to God, I go in my car every day. It's new people in their cars. I never see the same person. I might see the same person, yeah, but how is it that I live in one spot? Most of the time I drive the same places every day, and it's always different cars and different people in the cars every day for years. You know how many people is out here? You know how many people is out here? They don't even know what you know. They know what they know, and you don't know what they know. They know songs you don't even know by artists that you love. Just yesterday, I discovered one of the artists I've been following for years. I discovered a song he dropped 5 years ago that's fire. I'm like, how I never heard this song? You'd be surprised what you don't know, yo. We walk around like we think we know everything. Yeah, you only know what you know. Oh, Lord God. Here we go. It says, do not eat the vegetable called kale. Do not eat the vegetable called kale. Okay? Eat some spinach, but do not become a habitual spinach either. Let's jump around here. It says, sweet potatoes were never good for any human to eat. They are good for hogs, but not for you. White Irish potatoes are food for people who live in frigid zones. You know? Like, life speaks for itself. I feel like humans complicated with our clothes, and we put things on and we want everything to be straight. And when has everything ever been straight in life? Like, if you look at nature, bro, there's not a straight line anywhere. Go in the woods. Are you gonna find? You're not gonna find a straight line anywhere. We created all this concept of perfectness, and God never said nobody was perfect, bro. And we all trying to conform into a perfect image of who we think we are and who we think people want us to be. And it's making us sad. It's making us attached. So that way when somebody leaves, you feel an emotion of sadness. Like we giving our power away to I don't even know what it is. It's this energy that's just taking over everybody, and we just gotta come back and realize, like, we were never supposed to be perfect. There was never supposed to be a perfect circle around here. There was never supposed to be a square around here. Everything is imperfect, and that's the beauty of life. Because we're all God together. God just wanted to experience the little things, and He can't experience the little things how big He is. He's all of us together. He can't experience Himself. So He had to divide into 8 billion people. And like, who knows how many other civilizations and aliens there are out there? You don't know. So God just wanted to experience the little things. So we're all God together. So you gotta know, you don't know everything. You can't see everything like God can. You know? So we gotta be humble. We gotta be humble, and we gotta take it back to where we used to be. In harmony and peace and love. Alright? And I believe we could do that. We definitely could do that if everybody just, before you go out into the world, just learn a little bit about yourself, learn a little bit about psychology, learn a little bit about other people, learn a little bit about types of people, types of minds, and age groups. Learn about the way people behave, human behavior, so that you don't fall victim to these things. You understand? Without even knowing. And we're all from different parts of the world. Like, there are some people who are from cold parts of the world, some people who are from warm parts of the world, and God made food from each of those people, and we're eating each other's food. Like, it's normal. It's not normal, and we're seeing the effects of it on our bodies. You know? So obesity is at an all-time high in the United States of America, especially in young children, which is the main reason why I came up with I fathered my business, my baby right vegetarian. Main reason, man. Cause I was a kid and I had to motivate myself. You know, people cared and my teachers and whatever else, but they don't care. Nobody cares as much as you care for you. Nobody cares as much as you care for you, and you can't fault them for that. It's not their fault they care about themselves more than they care about you. Everybody should. So we just gotta rise above, man, and see what's going on for real. So they say here, sweet potatoes are full of gas. Do not eat them. There are many more vegetables you will find edible or forbidden to eat in this book. If you like, write me for information on other vegetables not mentioned here. See, this book, you could even reach whoever the author. So virtually, okay, so this part is very, very important, right? Peas, collard greens, turnip greens, sweet potatoes, white potatoes are very cheaply raised foods. The southern slave masters used them to feed the slaves because obviously they were cheap, and still advise the consumption of them today. Most white people of the middle and upper class do not eat this lot of cheap food, and it's for a reason, because their ancestors didn't eat it, and that was for a reason too. You know, back in the day, the rich people used to eat these foods. Then they started getting complications and mucus and diseases and stuff like that, right? So then they stopped eating those foods, and then they gave it to the other people, the poor people. And that's why now, hundreds of years later, we eat the way we eat. And it's no coincidence. It was just done that way. You know? It wasn't on purpose. It just happened that way. But if you want to educate yourself on what you should eat, then I recommend this book here. Alright? With that being said, I had one more thing I wanted to cover before y'all left. I might remember while I'm saying this message, but I love you guys, man. And sorry for the wait. I know, trust me. Sorry for the wait. It's just a lot was going on. As you can see, I'm in a different place. I'm in a different space, a different mindset. God has He spared me. You know, a lot was going on in my life at the time when I started making these videos, and I had to get my mind right. Because if your environment's not right, then you can't create the way you want to. So I didn't want to give you guys any diluted or nothing that was my best or close to my best. And I knew in that environment nothing was it wasn't gonna be close to my best at all. I knew what I was feeling in my heart and my soul and in my mind, and physically I was not comfortable. So therefore, with that being said, guys, I'm only human. Y'all are only human. I love you guys. I'm sending love, peace, energy, and good vibes your way.